So I just want to go over how to apply some of these scripts and how to set them up so your game can be working. So I'm going to do a quick review of the player. So here you can see I've grabbed my player, and in this case, I have my collider on. Okay, I have my rigid body on. Close those up. And then I have my player movement script. This is where I adjust the move speed. This is where I adjust the jump force. Here's my ground check. So if you remember, underneath there's an empty object. All you have to do is right click, create empty, and put it as a child of the player. So that ground check is what the script needs. Okay. Don't worry about the ground check radius. 0.2 should be fine, which is default. And then the ground layer is ground. So if I go to my tile map, in this case, this is my ground where my character is walking, and you just have to go add a layer and create this ground layer. So, and then you designate here in the script, okay, there's the drop down, which one's the ground layer. So you say ground is ground, make sure that this one is on that layer, and now it knows, now it can interact. Okay, so that's the player. Okay, you also are going to grab the pickup script and you're going to put it on the player. So the player can then interact with these objects. In this case, I just call them coins. Whatever you want your pickup to be, you can create that in Photoshop. And here you can see I've got 3 of them. Okay. So the one thing with the coin is I put on a circle collider 2D because it's a circular object. Okay. And so that way when this character hits this, it knows what to do. But I also have to make sure that this is trigger. Okay, so you check mark on the collider on the pickup is trigger, so it knows when it interacts what to do, and what it's going to do is increase the count by 1 and destroy this object, disappear it. Okay, so that's the pickups. Okay, that's the pickup script, that's the player script. Okay, also on the pickup script there's this score text, so I'm going to go over that real quick. If you right click and go down to user interface UI and create Text Mesh Pro, you're going to get this canvas. Okay, this is where you can start to write, and you'll notice it may be in a different space than your actual game. Don't worry about that. Okay, we're going to set this all up. Just make sure that it looks right within your game. So you can drag this down maybe and have it underneath there. Now you can see it. So you can see as I move it, you just want to line it up with the screen of your game. Okay. So you're using this move tool, rotate tool, scale tool. You're going to just use the move tool to move this around. In here, when you create, this is my title, Bad Video Game. I can change the font size. I can change the type of font. Okay, these are some select fonts that are already there. You can make it bold, italicize, right? Whatever you want. Sometimes it interacts with it, sometimes not. Vertex color, so I can change the color of it. I'm always thinking contrast.
Morning Stockton. Staff, a reminder that our early morning work session
Sorry about
will
the
begin
announcement.
at 7:30 in the media center. Thank you.
So here you can write, here you can make the vertex color, okay, and make it as big as you want, just like any other font editor, like Microsoft Word, okay. You also have to create a text that's going to be your coins, okay, and you type what you want in there, and I call it win text because what happens when you win, right? Here it says you're the best around when I win for this game, okay. So the reason these are important is when you go to the player, it wants to know what that score text is and what that win text is. So when you click on it, you have those different screens. I have title, score, win text, title, score, win text. You designate which is which so it knows what to put in there. Okay. The last little bit is the main camera. You want this camera follow script. Make sure you set the player. So if you click in here, you want to make sure it's one of your assets from your game, and then it's for player. So you can select the player, or you can grab player and drag it over into this space. Okay. That way it knows what to follow. The camera will follow this object. I would recommend, you might have to play with the offsets a little bit, but if you have it at 0x, x0, y1, z negative 10, it puts it in the middle in a nice space, and the smooth speed 0.125. So if you can get all of this done today, then we can talk about the animator controller tomorrow. And that's this here, and your different animations. So don't forget to make a walk or run animation, a jump animation, and an idle animation. And then tomorrow we'll build this out and make sure that it's working correctly. So when you hit play, your game plays.